our destinies. We have the right to empowerment, to be able to enforce and build strength within our communities across Australia so that we can stand up and unitedly fight and say we're not accepting this anymore. This is our country. We are the first people that are being ignored. We have rights, we have a culture, and we as Aboriginal people stand united in pride to be counted as an Aboriginal person. So we are no longer going to stay silent. And for all those families out there that still remain silent, I say to you, you have the strength. All you have to do is walk out your door and you can see people fighting that will stand beside you, will support you. People know the anguish and the pain that you are suffering. Our children are suffering. These docks workers, they are failing in their duty of care, not only to us as an Aboriginal nation, but also to us as communities. They are failing our children. When they take our children, they don't deal with the destruction for them that they are causing. They rip our kids out of our arms. We are left to pick up the pieces of our communities and families. We are left to try and support when our children, these babies' parents, they feel they have nothing left to live for. We are the ones that hold them in our arms and force them to go on. We instill strength in them so that they can go on to continue their fight. Because if we don't do that, we are going to be visiting our children as their parents in a morgue. And I hold DOCS and the Australian government responsible for every parent that has gone out there and suicided because they have felt they have nothing left to live for. I blame DOCS, I blame Australian government for those families that turn to alcohol, turn to drugs. They have created this demon within our communities, and yet they stand there and they say they are risks. Well, who protects our babies? Who protects our communities when these docks workers are coming in, legal theft, through court, stealing our babies? Who makes them accountable? Well, there's one thing that every Aboriginal Australian should stand up today and say, we make them accountable. They account to us. We have a right. Our children, they have a right. We have a right. Bring our children home. Stop stealing our babies and bring them home and work with Aboriginal families and communities across Australia to stop the atrocity of what has happened all throughout white invasion to Australia. They need to be accountable, and don't do this token effort now and say, we are going to work with you, because we don't trust them. We don't trust DOCS, we don't trust the Australian government, because they have failed us from first going into business and right down now to business. They have failed us in every way imaginable. It is time for them to show accountability. And we as Aboriginal people, we're not going to stop. We might be only a small group to them now here today, but this is happening across Australia. And they'd better watch out and sit up in their chairs and take notice, because we're only going to build on build on build. And we are going to be the mightiest force coming at them in a tsunami that they are not going to stop. For myself, for my children, for my grandchildren. And I'm sure the sentiment is shared by every person here today that is affected by this. I say thank you for your support and allowing me to come out and tell our stories. And I thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And again, I think that voice